So you want to know a little bit more about Bilgewater, eh? Sit right down and I'll recount some of the history of this godforsaken dock. Now, Bilgewater's always taken a liking to by pirate folk. They practically live and breathe for the island life. And when you's got pirates, you got a lot of competition. For years, pirates be out in the seas near Bilgewater fighting to their death. One ship enters the dock, it's sunk by the next day. If you weren't a part of the leading crew, yous was out of luck. Wasn't till a young man by the name of Bartholomew Pyke came up near these docks, unannounced and uninvited. But 'twas the first time a ship bearing new colors stayed in the dock. You see, Pyke was the new successor, and with him he brought a touch of insight. Pyke created a hierarchy of his crew. Putting himself as pirate king, Pyke set out to form a political system around the crude nature of the pirate code. In his lead, you could dock, fly your own colors, and get a cracking good meal, if you paid the price. Or just and fair, Pyke made a killing off of his new business. People with a desire for the sea life could get exactly what they needed from Bilgewater. Wasn't long before it all got to the king's head, and he sought more power. Being part of Bilgewater don't just mean you respect the king, it means you respect the depths too, especially what lies in them. Little did anyone know at the time, but Pyke had made a contractual agreement with that of the great deep-sea diver Davy Nautilus. Davy would take ships out and dive for treasure, only being paid a small cut from their findings. Pyke offered the skilled man free-staying food, as long as he went on journeys with Pyke's crew. Wasn't until Pyke heard of the darkened ship wrecked deep in the Black Seas that Nautilus was commissioned for his last quest. Ship beholding an amulet, said to keep the user immortal, no matter what came at him. This meant King Pyke would be king forever. Pyke took a hefty crew out to brave the Black Sea's sharp conditions. When they got to the right location, Davy was suited up in a diving suit, pure iron in its creation. It kept the man together as the deep pressures would normally crush the human body. Plan was simple, really. Man goes down, finds amulet, ascends the anchor. However, there was more to the Black Seas than just the weather. As Nautilus went under, slowly drifting into the depths, the light from above began to disappear. Man couldn't see a lick of anything in front of him. All of a sudden, a pale blue light shone. Davy had come face to face with the wrecked ship. The light poured through the cracks, and Davy moved slowly towards the light. As the man approached it, tentacles began reaching round him, slowly pulling him away from his hold on the anchor chain. Davy felt nothing but fear. Wasn't long before the blue light began to disappear as the tentacles crushed against the iron suit, screaming man inside. Captain King Pyke, assuming Davy had gone to the sharks, headed back to his kingdom. Little did he know he had carved out his own undoing. You see, the bearded lady takes a liking to a coin hitting her depths when a ship opens sail. Ye don't throw her respects, then she got nothing to give you in return. And if you trespass her area, you probably won't live to tell the tale. It was just one time the king didn't do it, for old superstitions were the last thing on his mind that day. Months gone by, Pyke kept wondering about the amulet. Just so happened Pyke traveled down to the shore one night, overlooking the sea, when a figure, recognizable and clad in iron, crested out of the depths. The diving armor, covered in barnacles and rusted to the core, slowly walked towards Bartholomew. In fear the king ran, but it wasn't long that a heavy iron anchor pinned him to the sand.
You forgot me.
Haunted, Pyke called out trying to ease the iron beast, but nothing could stop him. It slowly pulled Pyke into the depths, and as Pyke lost view of the shore, eventually the light of the moon was cut off as well. Lungs are burning, Pyke didn't know what he could do. It was over. Even if he was to escape the grasp of Nautilus, he couldn't swim away in time. It was at that moment that he saw the iron suit pull out a pale blue light. A glowing stone hovered in front of Pyke's face, and as the last few seconds of consciousness were turned to curiosity, Pyke opened his mouth and water rushed in. In the moment between death and life, Nautilus struck the fallen captain with the amulet, blue light coursing through the now drowned body. Days went by with no king. The king's crew went looking for him, only to find a living nightmare waiting for them, lurking in the depths. Pyke still haunts these waters today, but he is but a shell of the man he used to be. Mutters can be heard in the depths, and that of the pirate king round here at night. Pyke is always lurking.